Hello guys, welcome back to Git tutorial series, and this is the third session of Git tutorials. So today, before going to concepts of creating pull requests, why we need pull requests, and how to merge branches, first let's go through from some of the main terms from Git, and let's discuss them one by one so that we have clear understanding that what does that means. So we will divide these terms into two parts. So one session will cover 10 terms and 10 terms each. So for today, first term is the master. What is master? So master is the default and the parent branch of your repository. So if you create a repository on GitHub, so you can see that there will be a master branch appeared by default. So if you can see this repo, this is my Git tutorial repo. You can see branch which is master. So by default it get created, and everything you post uh, uh, just after cloning will be appeared in the master branch. So next thing is, what is fork? You can see the fork word here, and currently it's saying that cannot fork because you own this repository and not a member of any organizations. So fork means that there is a developer on GitHub which has a repo and you want to contribute with him on his repo. So to start working on his repo, you need to first fork his repo, and the condition is his repo should be public so that you can clone you can fork, and you can, after the forking, you can start working on his repository. And yeah, that's it. The other opposite of the fork is clone. If you own a repo, you will not be allowed to fork, you will be cloning that repo basically. So that's about the fork thing. And next thing is branch. So as I earlier said that the default branch get created as soon as you create a repo on GitHub. So branch is a way of creating or adding your change set separately, so that uh, your main code doesn't get disturbed. What I mean by this is that, for example, you have a repo and you want to implement a feature on that repo in that code. So what you will do, you will create a branch that will make the copy of the existing code and separate out your changes from the base copy, that is the master. And after you push all of your changes into that branch, you will merge that branch into master, so that every one of the other team member can get the latest changes from master, or for the new feature you can start working on the latest master branch. So yeah, that's about the branch. Next thing is checkout. So checkout is basically if there are different branches in your repo, and when you jump from one branch to another branch, you need to check out that branch. Basically, checkout means you make that you copy or you pull that changes of that branch to your local system, and you start working on that branch. And the next thing is cherry picking. So cherry picking means that, for example, you worked on a branch a few days ago and now you are working on some other feature, and but you want some changes from the older branch to be copied to your new branch. So what you will do that you will cherry pick that commit. Okay, so what does that mean is, if you can see in master branch there are 3 commits, each commit have a unique commit ID. So what you can do is you can pick any of the commit as a cherry pick to your working branch. So if I can demonstrate you guys through that source tree software that allows us to cherry pick the changes. So if you can right click and you can see this option here, cherry pick, you can just select the right commit and right click on that. You can just cherry pick the changes from that commit to your current branch. Currently it's disabled. This is because that every new commit has all the previous changes, so nothing is there to be cherry picked. That's why this option is disabled. But if you are working in separate branches and you have multiple branches, you can cherry pick easily. So yeah, if I can demonstrate that, I think that will make sense. That will make more sense. Let me do some changes. Git tutorial, GitHub repo, yeah, there it is. And okay, if I can do some changes in the file here and press Ctrl S, and if I go to file status right here, okay, you can see that I have added some lines in a file, and if I push these lines to that branch and let me say commit 101, and if I stage that change and press commit, you will see the changes will be pushed to that branch, which is feature/add new file. Alright, so changes are pushed, and let me come back to the master, and from master I create a new feature and I name it add another file change. I just created another branch, and let me do some changes again. Let's say another change and just click on Ctrl S, and if I go to status I have change visible here, and if I stage that change and push that change file and push that change, and next thing is to demonstrate that how we can cherry pick the changes from a branch, and basically we can pick a commit from a branch to another branch. So if you guys can see that currently this is the marker, this is showing that your header is currently at this position. If you guys can see that now there are 2 separate branches because the changes in this branch are not available or not already there in this branch, and changes in this branch are not there available in this branch. So if I cherry pick I want to cherry pick this commit, I just need to right click on this. Let me just show you guys on this commit number, and you can see now we have cherry pick option available. And if I click on cherry pick, it says include commit IDs in merge commit message. No, commit immediately upon successful merge. Okay, and currently there will be a merging conflict because I have changed the same file on both branches. So if I okay, so currently there is a merge conflict as I told you earlier. So the cherry pick thing is has been demonstrated already, and next thing is what is merge conflict. The same situation we have now, that if there are two separate branches and multiple developers are working on those branches, and on both branches uh, the different developers change on the same line of code on same file, and when they try to merge them or merge into master, there will be conflict because same line has been changed from multiple developers. So how to resolve this issue? In that case, when we go for a merge, we will face a merge conflict the same way we have faced now. So in that way, we need to right click that conflicted file, go for launch external merge tool, because I already have installed one. So I will click on that. Currently it's in progress, and it will open Beyond Compare for me. I will demonstrate you guys in next sessions that how we can set Beyond Compare as merge tool. And yeah, this is open right here. So this is the situation here, that we have merge conflict. The base file was this. One developer added these changes in one branch, other developer did these changes on a separate branch, and now both are merging their changes. So it says which change to pick, either this one or this one. And with Beyond Compare, you will have the edit option here. You need to pick, it depends on you how you want to pick these changes. So what will I do, that I will pick this change from here, and I will copy this change and manually put these changes next to the first change, and I will press Ctrl S to save my change. And now the merge conflict has been resolved, and I will close that window. And yeah, you can see that the icon has been changed, and now I can push my change to that specific branch, right? So what will I do? Must successfully, like this, and I will commit my change. So that was regarding the merge conflict. What is merge conflict, how to resolve that, and in which cases we will face that merge conflict issue. So next thing is, what are these .org files? Basically these are the backup files, the files which have the merge conflict issue. It will automatically save the current file before merging, and make a clone of it with .org extension, so that in case if you merged the files in wrong way, you have a backup available. You just need to remove .org and your file will be restored. So as soon as your merge is resolved successfully, you need to just right click it and remove that file so that you have a clean copy of your repo. So that was the merge conflict discussion, and the next discussion is the fetch. What is fetch? So fetch means to bring the changes from multiple origins to your local machine. So what does that mean is, let me explain to you. If you go to your uh, Git client, you can see all your headers, all your branches shown with tags here. But what if meanwhile you are working on a branch and some other developer push some changes in another branch which is on Git repo, but you haven't shown that branch here? So what you will do, you will fetch the changes from all modes. So all the branches that have been pushed and you haven't pulled those on your local system, all these remote heads will be fetched and shown to you, and you can then start working on any of them. So what does it mean? Let me demonstrate this as well. So let's say I am working on this code, this version of code right here, and someone uh, do change on repo. Let me do one thing, like let me change a file directly, so that there is a mismatch of version on the Git repo and my local set of code. So if I do edit here and add change remotely, and I push that to the master branch directly. Alright, and if you now see this file, you will see that this has been changed just now, and now there is a mismatch of code because I have the old copy of code. Someone else already have pushed his changes to remote repository on GitHub. So what I need to do is I need to fetch from all modes and fetch all tags right here, okay, to bring the latest changes. Now you can see that my change that I have done directly to GitHub repo is now shown to me on my local system as well. So this is how the fetch works. Without fetch, you will not be shown the latest changes from repo. So it's a good habit to fetch before start working on a new feature, so that you will have a latest copy of repository, so that you can start on the top of latest code. So next thing is head. So what is head? Head means that latest copy of the code and latest set of changes you are working on. So if you can see that currently you are on this level, right, and we have pulled the changes from the repo, that is master. So this change was done after this change, so the current head is right here. You can see origin dash head, because that change is the latest, so current head is displayed at this level. So the next term is pull request. So what does pull request mean? Pull request is a way to getting the developers involved to review your code. So if I describe you the pull request process, if I want to work on a feature, what will I do? I will first fetch the latest code from the repo, and I will create a new feature branch. I will work on that branch. I will commit the code in that branch, and once I am done, I will create the pull request. Pull request means I want to merge my feature to the master branch, but after the approval of other developers. So how we can do that? Let me demonstrate it. So currently I am on this branch. Add another file change, right? So let me create pull request for this one, and what will I do? I will go to GitHub, and under pull request section on Git tutorial repo, and there is a option available, new pull request. I will click on that, and it's saying that what branch you want to merge with what branch. I said I will merge in master branch, and what branch I will merge? I want to merge add another feature into master. So I select this one. You can see create pull request option is now enabled. I will click on that, and the create option, the create pull request form will be available to me. I can add multiple reviewers, the team members, to review this change set to be merged for or against the master. Currently I haven't any, so I will keep that empty. So I just click on create pull request. Now my pull request is shown, the status is open, and if you can see that it's showing that there are two commits in this pull request that will be moved to master as soon as the pull request is merged. So as I am the only developer here, so I will merge that by myself, but the rule is 2 by 3 developers should be agree and accept that PR, so that PR could be merged into master branch. So okay, so it's saying that the branch has been merged, and yeah, if I go back to my base repo, and if I go to the file, you can see that let me open. You can see that changes from that branch are pushed. You can see the merge conflict we have resolved in that branch is now available in master branch. So this is how we move changes from one branch to the master branch. Basically this is related to the process. If you want to merge the changes, we can do without creating pull request, but this is a process to involve teammates to review your changes, give comments, give suggestions. This is how we improve together and quality of code get improved. So yeah, and the last point to be discussed today, the last term, is the merge, which I think I already have told you and also demonstrated you. The merge mean is you want changes from one branch to be the part of other branch, and in that way you merge changes from one branch to another branch. and while merging you can face merging conflicts, and I already have told you why we can face those conflicts, and we can resolve them from tool or external tool we configured with the Git client. And after resolution we can merge and push the changes very easily. So the last two terms are the commit and the stage, and yeah, the third one is the push. So what does it means is as soon as you change on any of the file, it will appear in file status tab, and to commit that change to the repo locally, you first need to move that file to the stage phase, and after the stage phase you can commit those files to your local branch. And if when you want to push your changes to remote repository, that is GitHub in our case, you need to press push against that branch, so that your changes could be posted on remote repository and available for all the other developers to pull and review your code. All right, so that was it for today. I hope we have covered the all basic terms, all basic key terms for Git. In case of any question, do let me know in comments so that I can describe in detail.